Let us learn how to formulate hypothesis. Well, we know that if hypothesis which is null in nature is not rejected, no change will be made. And if null hypothesis is rejected, alternative hypothesis is accepted and change will be made. So it means that rejection of one type of hypothesis leads to acceptance of the another. Now let us take an example. Suppose a departmental store is planning to introduce its Android application service. The new service will be introduced if more than 70% of its customers use internet shopping. So here we are given the condition that the new service will be introduced if more than 70% of the customers use internet shopping. So that means the null hypothesis would be that percentage of customers using internet for shopping is less than or equal to 0.70. So our H naught is P is less than equal to 0.70. And alternative hypothesis would be just opposite of it, that is H1 such that P is strictly greater than 0.70. Now here we are given that new service will be introduced when more than 70% of the customers use internet shopping. So that means alternative hypothesis is accepted. And in other words, we can say that if null hypothesis is rejected, then the alternative hypothesis H1 will be accepted. So here now you note that the alternative hypothesis is expressed in terms of direction. So that is, it is a directional hypothesis and the proportion of internet shopping is greater than 0.70. Let us take another example. Suppose the researcher wants to determine whether the proportion of the customers using internet for shopping is different from 70%. Now in that case, what would happen? Let us see. In this case, our null hypothesis would be P is equal to 0.70 and the alternative hypothesis would be P is not equal to 0.70. So here the alternative hypothesis is non-directional. It is not equal to 0.70. So this is how we write the different hypotheses.